Are you struggling to manage your Agile backlog effectively? Is your backlog overloaded with user stories, making it hard to prioritize what needs to be done first? You're not alone. In today's video, we'll break down how to manage backlogs in Agile, focusing on how to prioritize and refine user stories to keep your project on track. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have all the tools you need to streamline your backlog and deliver value consistently. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Next Chair, where we bring you actionable tips and guides on Agile methodologies and project management. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. Today's video is all about how to manage backlogs in Agile. We'll be focusing on two critical elements: prioritizing user stories and refining them for smooth sprint planning and delivery. So, let's dive right in. Introduction. Backlog management is one of the most important aspects of Agile project management. Your backlog is essentially a to-do list that contains everything your team needs to work on: features, improvements, bug fixes, and more. However, without effective management, your backlog can become chaotic and difficult to handle. In this video, we are going to walk through the process of how to 1. Prioritize user stories so your team focuses on delivering the highest value first. 2. Refine those stories to ensure they're ready for sprints and easy for the team to execute. By managing your backlog effectively, you can ensure your team is always working on the most valuable tasks and that user stories are clear, concise, and actionable. Step 1. Prioritize user stories. The first step in managing your backlog is to prioritize the user stories. Not all tasks are equally important, and without proper prioritization, your team may waste time working on less impactful features while more urgent ones are neglected. How to prioritize user stories. Business value. Identify which user stories bring the highest value to the business or users. Prioritize features that will have the biggest positive impact. Risk and dependencies. Some tasks need to be completed before others can start, or certain risks need to be addressed early. These should be prioritized to avoid delays later. Customer feedback. Take into account customer feedback. If users are consistently asking for a specific feature or change, prioritize it to increase user satisfaction. Effort versus impact. Balance how much effort each story requires against the impact it will have. Sometimes, low-effort, high-impact stories can bring quick wins to your project. If this breakdown of prioritizing user stories is helpful so far, don't forget to like this video and share it with your team to help them manage their backlog effectively as well. Now that we've covered how to prioritize your user stories, let's move on to step 2, which is all about refining those stories so they're ready for the team to execute. Step 2. Refine user stories. Once your user stories are prioritized, it's important to refine them to ensure they're ready for the development team. Refining involves breaking down larger stories, clarifying the details, and ensuring that they're actionable within a sprint. How to refine user stories. Break down large stories, epics. If you have large user stories or epics, break them down into smaller, more manageable stories. Each story should fit comfortably within a single sprint. Clear acceptance criteria. Make sure each user story has clearly defined acceptance criteria. This outlines what needs to be done for the story to be considered done, and ensures that everyone on the team has the same understanding. Collaborate with the team. Refining stories isn't just the job of the product owner. It's important to collaborate with the entire team during refinement sessions to ensure that the stories are clear and understood by everyone. Estimate story points. Once stories are refined, they should be estimated using story points or another method of effort estimation. This helps the team understand how much work is involved and ensures that the right amount of work is pulled into each sprint. If refining user stories is something your team needs help with, subscribe to this channel for more detailed tips and strategies on refining and executing Agile practices. Refining your stories is the key to making sure sprints run smoothly and successfully. Now that your user stories are prioritized and refined, let's move on to the final section: how to maintain and continuously refine your backlog as the project evolves. Step 3. Continuously maintain and refine the backlog. Backlog management is not a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. The backlog should be a living document that evolves as the project progresses. Regular backlog maintenance is critical to ensure that it stays clean, organized, and relevant. How to maintain your backlog? Regular backlog grooming. Schedule regular backlog refinement sessions where the team reviews and updates the backlog. This ensures that new stories are added, outdated stories are removed, and priorities are adjusted based on new information. Remove outdated or irrelevant stories. Over time, some stories may no longer be relevant or may have been superseded by more urgent needs. Regularly prune your backlog by removing stories that are no longer a priority or don't align with the current project direction. Reprioritize as needed. Priorities can shift as you receive feedback from customers or stakeholders. Be prepared to reprioritize stories when necessary to reflect the most current business needs. Balance short-term and long-term goals. While focusing on immediate deliverables is important, don't lose sight of long-term goals. Make sure that your backlog contains a mix of tasks that contribute to short-term wins and long-term success. If this video is helping you improve your backlog management, make sure to like and share this video with others who might be struggling with prioritizing and refining their user stories. Conclusion. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide to managing backlogs in Agile. To recap: prioritize user stories, focus on business value, risks, customer feedback, and effort versus impact. Refine user stories, break down larger stories, ensure clear acceptance criteria, and collaborate with your team. Continuously maintain the backlog, regularly groom the backlog, reprioritize based on changing needs, and keep a balance between short-term and long-term goals. By following these steps, you'll keep your backlog organized, actionable, and focused on delivering value in each sprint. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Agile and project management tips, and tap that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.